Max Pain Griffin, 2 days away from the massive fight card that is UFC 264, and a massive fight you're in with Carlos Condit. How are things?
Good, very good, man. Feeling good, good spirits, ready to go. Um, Looking forward to it.
You look very excited. I can see through your Instagram. You're always pretty active on Instagram, Max, but you seem that little bit extra excited for this one.
Yeah, it's a big name, a guy I've been looking at for a long time. So I finally get the man, and then I get him on this card, on the main event and the prelims. So it doesn't really get much bigger than this for me.
I did see you tease this fight a couple of months ago on, I think it was MMA Uncensored. You mentioned how you made your debut on a Conor McGregor undercard in a big fight with a big name, and it all feels maybe like what's the word here? It's all relative, if you like.
Yeah, no, it's major, man. It's I've been doing this for a fight game for a long time, and now my fruits of my labor are starting to get noticed, and I'm starting to. I'm in my groove now. I'm grooved up, and I'm ready to beat everybody up.
Talking about the groove, something I wanted to mention is you're riding a 2-fight win streak, and it's the first 2-fight win streak in your time in the UFC. Is there something particular you feel like you've changed, or something you feel like you're doing more that maybe making these knockout victories come about?
Yeah, I'm having fun. I'm having fun now. Before, it wasn't fun. It was so serious. You're so tense and so stressed, and I mean, it's big, man. These fights are major, bro. Like, the money's on the line. Your life's on the. I mean, I don't care about that, but your like well-being, your job. You're supporting your family. Like, it matters. It all matters, and I've lost some close fights, some fights I should have won, some fights that I did win, I didn't say I won. So like, coming off losses, you can't lose twice in a row, So it's put a lot of pressure on me to win those fights, and alternating wins and losses, and um, you know, I have a new mental coach though. I've had him for these last two fights. I've had him.
Wow.
And he's like, have fun, man. We really got my core values down, and part of my core values is being authentic, and me being authentic is enjoying it and being me outside, like how I am on Instagram. That's how I really am. Like,
Yeah.
that's who I am, bro. So I need to fight like that. I need to fight like I'm on Instagram, fight and fight like that. And I've been excited and I've enjoyed this. And, first time I had fun, I knocked Ramiz's ear off his head. It went viral for that. And the next time I had fun, knocked out Song Kenan. He was 4-1 in the UFC, all with knockout wins, and dangerous guy. But I just took care of him real quick. So now, like, I'm gonna have even more fun. Like, fun is my recipe, bro. And I got something cooking for Saturday.
You sound almost like you want to change your nickname to Max Fun Griffin.
I love it, bro. I love it.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem real, but it is.
Can I ask, Max, how, and this might be too broad of a question to ask, but how does somebody have fun in an MMA fight? Is that such a personal thing? Or tell me a little bit about how you're starting to have fun in the cage.
Well, I had to do my core values. Sorry. I had to do my core values and really figure out what makes me. Everyone's different. Some people are artists. Everyone's different. Everyone's core values are different. Values are like, it's like your Bible, like for yourself, like the standards you hold yourself to, what means a lot to you.
Yep.
And once I started, without those, you kind of have a sense of who you are, but you don't know exactly like what makes you the best version of yourself. You don't.
Yeah.
It took me a couple months to like find my core values, and then like loyalty and respect. Those are some of them, but that means growth. Growth to me means something different than you, or for someone else, growth mean to you, But once you could be accountable for those things and write them real granularly, like respect is like 2-paragraph explanation of it for me. So I have to like hold myself accountable for that. There's no like wiggle room to not know what you're supposed to do. So if you do all these things, I found a lot of success in it. I mean, he looked back at my old fights and watched them without sound, and he was like, "The Mike Perry fight, you had a lot of fun."
Yeah.
And also one of my best performances. And at that time, Mike Perry was a stud.
Yep.
You know, he was the man. You know. Then I fought him in Orlando on Simpsons Fox, and beat the brakes off him. But it was easy. It was an easy fight. I came out unscathed. I had to see scratched my nose with his dirty fingernails. You know, and he's been knocking everybody dead, right? So he looked back, he's like, hey, you need to fight more like that. And I'm thinking, how did I feel? And then I started training like that, you know, training with like having a good, like, not happy-go-lucky, but enjoying it. Like, kind of smiling a little bit, like just being me, man. And I've noticed in my training, I've been picking more guys apart and having more success against my training partners and with sparring and everything, wrestling, jiu-jitsu. I've been training like this. Like, hold on, I'm better when I'm in this mode. So I fought in this mode. And what makes me happy now about it is the proof's in the pudding. When I'm happy, I destroy guys. So it's like, I'm happy about being happy because I know that if I be in this mode, I could beat everybody. Yeah. So for me, it's like, you have to be in a good mood. You have to. You don't have a choice. And I want to, because I've seen like the fruits of my labor with this attitude, you know?
Yeah. There's definitely a marked change, I think, in these two fights. And to be quite honest, probably the split against Oliveira, which I did score for you. I'm not just saying that because you're on with me. I do feel like there has been a change in your style, and maybe you have rekindled things from the Mike Perry fight, because to be quite honest with you, Max, you probably wrote the blueprint on how to give Mike Perry problems.
Yeah. Yeah, and everyone after that kind of figured it out, but before
some people done it better, perhaps. Maybe the Jeff Neal getting the KO, but you were the one who stopped the unstoppable force at one point.
Yeah. So you know, I've had some good wins, and I fought some really good guys. I fought really tough guys. It's like they set me up with the guys that are supposed to beat me. You know, I fought Zalina Medeev, who was really good on his UFC debut. 8 knockouts. 8-0. I fought these guys, Eliza Zaleski dos Santos. I mean, I fought some Savs, and I beat them. I mean, so is Carlos. Carlos has fought some good guys. He's done his thing, but I don't care, man. It's my time. It's my time, and I'm going to take care of it.
Well, let's talk about the fight. Carlos Condit, who was former interim champion at one point, had a razor close fight against Robbie Lawler for the world title, but them days are a ways away, aren't they, after these 5 losses, and he's rebounded now. But how do you view this version of Carlos Condit as an opponent?
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's tough. A lot of experience. Like you said, he had those 5 losses, made this resurgence with these 2 wins. But, all my shit lately has been fire, even the fights that I've lost. I mean, he's been getting those 5 losses. It's not like he just regularly close lost 5 losses. He was losing. Any fights that I've lost, like, I didn't really lose. Like, they're so competitive, and just in general. I got too much horsepower right now, bro. I'm too, it's my time. I'm telling you, I could beat everyone on the planet right now, how I feel and what I can do. And, I'm glad Carlos accepted this fight. He was one of my favorite fighters, but he's not right now. I got that out of my mind. He's just a body. After I beat him, I'll get it, autographed and take a picture with him. But right now, putting him on a plate, taking care of him.
What, out of interest, Max, and I should probably know this as the as the media guy. But what year did you join the UFC?
5 years. It'll be 5 years in August.
So that would have been round about the Robbie Lawler title fight, wouldn't it? Which is it's strange, isn't it, when you think about it like that?
Someone was saying that he was in the UFC before I even started my pro career. Is what someone said, but I don't know if that's true. But I mean, he's a pioneer, man. He's been here for a long time. WC champion. I used to watch him, mean mugging the camera and pacing back and forth. And I was like, I want to fight that guy. I want to fight him. I want to beat that guy. And here we are, like many years later, on the biggest stages in the world. So it's crazy.
It is crazy. It's crazy how the world works like that sometimes, isn't it? And you don't appear to me to be someone who the big occasion's going to get to you. But is it strange fighting someone who, as you mentioned, you have watched as a young pro coming up in the game?
No, I fought Thiago Alves and beat him up.
It's funny, Max, because people view Carlos as the veteran in this fight, but to be honest with you, my friend, you're no spring chicken at 35 and nearly 30 fights on your record. So it's almost like you're the veteran, and maybe he's the super veteran, if you like.
Yeah, I honestly feel pretty good. I think this is my 12th or 13th UFC fight. But yeah, I've been fighting forever, man. I'm a lifelong martial artist. I've been doing martial arts since I was 4 years old, man. I've been doing this for 30 years. Oh. So, people are like, well, you only have an 8-week camp. I've had a 30-year camp, That's how I'm looking at this. All my experience, all my stuff, it's all for, a couple nights from now. And I'm going to take care of this guy. I'm telling you, it's going to be wonderful.
I had a look at your record in the UFC, and there's three knockouts on there, and 2 of them in the last 2 performances. So what we were talking about earlier about being happy in the octagon, do you think that that's one of the reasons why you've got these back-to-back knockouts?
100%.
It's a funny conversation, isn't it, Max? Because I'm sure if I showed this to someone who I know who wasn't an MMA fan, they might look at me and go, how can someone be happy in a cage fight? That doesn't compute to me. But to certainly to you, and to a certain extent to me, I can understand that.
It's not common.
No.
I think that's why it took me so long to get to this point. Like, there's so much pressure, and this guy across the cage from you is trying to bash your head in. So it's a real serious thing. I'm not saying it's not serious, but you block yourself when you get all tense and tight and in anything in life, You can't hit a baseball flexing all hard, or, you can't. It's just, you got to let that shit fly,
Wow.
So, fly.
I've never had a conversation like this, Max, talking to a fighter about them being so happy in there, because some fighters will come on and tell me how dark of a place it can be making that walk, and how they do it for difficult reasons, and you're sat there with a smile on your face saying that I'm happy in there. That's superb. It really is.
I know, I'm different, bro. I'm telling you. I mean, no one's ever knocked an ear off, and I did when I was happy. So for me, it's like, y'all better watch the fuck out.
The ear collector.
The ear collector himself. The ear collector himself.
I did not know you had that, Max. That is next level.
I had to ride the wave,
That was crazy. That was absolutely. Obviously I'm in the UK, so time zones make it a bit difficult. And I'll be honest with you, Max, I sometimes watch fights the next morning, if I'm working or whatever. I got up, and the first fight that I watched was that fight, no words of a lie. And I was eating my breakfast watching it. And I'm quite surprised that I kept my breakfast up, to be honest with you.
I still get sick when I watch it, or if I really think about it, I really get I get sick on it. It makes me swallow. It makes my mouth water,
Thankfully, nothing
it was
happens in
It
there.
was on me, bro. It was on me. I was like, oh my God. Disgusting, bro.
Crazy.
Doesn't have my accident though, you know. Let's go.
Happy Max Griffin. Happy Max Griffin will knock people out and take ears off.
Dangerous Max Griffin.
Dangerous Max Griffin. Let's talk about something that obviously the elephant in the room is the fact that this is a Conor McGregor pay-per-view card. I've asked some fighters this question and I get mixed responses, but do you like fighting on a card with a big main event? Is that something that appeals to you, or don't you really care at this stage of your career?
I don't really care, but I do appreciate this opportunity to fight this guy on a Conor card because of views. I mean, it's the biggest card of the year, so for them to put me on here against Carlos is gonna blow me the fuck up. So I'm excited for that, and yeah, that's the main thing. It didn't really feel like a big deal to me though. Like the fight, it just seems like another day.
Yeah,
but after is gonna be, you know, I feel like I'm hanging on a rocket right now, and I'm just fucking to the moon right now. But after this dub, man, I'm gonna be out of this fucking galaxy. I'm gonna fucking. It's gonna be good for me.
Have you got plans post-fight? Have you got some plans, maybe a party or something like that?
Yeah, we got an after party. We got a suite. We got a nice terrace suite with a balcony up at Cosmo. And we got all the Bel Air bottles coming. I'm a black bottle boy, so we got the champagne and all that going up there. The bamboo, all the good stuff. And then we're going to Jewel. We're having an after party. Tyga's going to perform. So we got a couple skyboxes in there. So we're going to turn up. We got a bunch of people coming out. Celebrate.
I'd love to come with you, Max, but I'm about 5,000 miles away, so it might be a little bit difficult to get over and meet you.
Next time, man.
Next one day, my plan is to get to a UFC Las Vegas, or maybe just a tour around America, meeting all you guys, and
yeah,
you would definitely be on my list.
For sure. Thank you, bro.
No problem. Let's talk about styles. Let's talk about this style matchup. I know you can't go into specific tactics or anything like that, especially not 2 days out, but what do you see when you look at Carlos as an opponent?
He's a tough guy. He's a junkyard dog, you know.
Yes.
He likes having these fight of the nights. People say you can't knock him out. That's what a lot of people say. Real tough. But he's a good striker. Really good kickboxer. Comes from a really good gym. Great jiu-jitsu. He's been working his jiu-jitsu. He's well-rounded, man.
Yeah.
He's a well-rounded guy. So it's going to be a good dub. It's going to be a good feather in my do-rag.
It could be argued. I would probably argue it would be the biggest.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward. You're making me smile, man. I'm excited.
In my game, Max, it's always a good thing if you can A, make the interviewee smile, or B, make the interviewee laugh, and I've done both of them, so I think I'm doing okay.
Yeah, you're not too bad, man.
I'm only kidding. I'll just ask for a couple more questions, and one question I've got is a prediction for the main event. How do you see the main event going between Dustin?
I got Poirier. The fight 6 or 7 years ago, I don't think that means shit. And Conor was really in Poirier's head on that, and Poirier admitted that. And he got all pissed off and lost his kind of way. And then this last fight was a few months ago, and he got beat down. I mean, it was close. It was close in the beginning, but Poirier really started turning up on him and beat him down that last sequence. And the end of that was just brutal. I mean, he beat the pulp out of the guy, then knocked him out, and it was ugly. You know, I've never been beat up like that, but I imagine if you were to beat up like that and you rematch a guy, you'd think in the back of the head that guy just beat your ass. He did. He didn't. It wasn't like a lucky punch or anything like that. He poured it on him. So you'd have to think in the back of your mind that he could do it again. And then all the stuff Conor is trying to say, all this trash talk, trying to talk about his wife and doing all this stuff and just trying to get in his head a lot. And typically when people try to play real mind games, and they're insecure, man. They're insecure about that's like a human thing. That's not just a fight thing. the people, the loudest dogs got the smallest bites, So, yeah, Poirier, he's calm as a cucumber, and he's gonna go out there and do it again.
Out of interest, what's it like when someone trash? I don't know if you've been trash talked to the level of the way a Conor might, but what is it like when someone trash talks you? Is it something that plays on your mind personally, or how does that feel?
I've had some trash talk in my day. A lot of trash talk actually. Like I'm more on the local local scene, and I've been a champion my whole fucking career, man. As an amateur, as a pro. It's not in the UFC yet, but I will. But before the UFC, I was a man, bro, and everyone would try to fight me. And I fought ex-UFC guys. They talk all this shit, bro, and the ones that they talk the most shit, it was fun whooping their ass the most. Keto Andrews, David Mitchell, Mike Perry, you would talk a lot of trash.
Yeah.
But it's just a little extra. It just feels different when someone's talking trash to beat them. It brings more emotion in it. But I think it brings more fire. You get more focused. I think, the guy who talks shit usually gets beat up.
Is it go a little less professional, a little less like your day job and more personal, perhaps?
Yeah, you get a little extra hits in. I like when who was it? Dan Henderson hit Mike Bisping with that shit. That kind of stuff,
Yeah, that was next level. That was the H bomb, if memory serves, the real H bomb.
Yeah, the H bomb right there, buddy.
Have we got a Griff bomb at all? What would you class as your hardest punch? Maybe the straight. It's probably most people's.
Yeah, probably arguably the straight right. I've been working some other stuff though, but I've killed a lot of people with that punch.
Well, hopefully getting stronger.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I wanted to mention, which I'll only just get round to, is dad's strength. And a newborn a couple of months ago, if memory serves. How has that been?
It's good. I have a 10-year-old, so I don't know if it kind of wore out, but my new one gave me some more juice, man, and I got this hammer, bro. I got that power. I'm not like I am strong as hell, but I'm not like the biggest like bench presser, like that kind of strong,
Yeah.
I got my energy, bro. I got my chi, and I got my shit, like a Hadouken on their ass,
What's your exercise like? If me and you were stood in a room and I said, Max, show me off your strength, what would it be?
What do you mean?
So you just said then you're not really a big bencher. What type of exercises are you into for strength and conditioning?
I mean, all kinds of. I mean, a lot of bodyweight stuff. I mean, I do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I just don't. I'm not like a 500-pound bench press guy, but I'll hit harder than one of those guys.
Yeah.
It's a technique. It's how I. But in my body, I got energy, bro. I'm telling you. If you watch that Song Keenan thing, bro. If you watch, I just posted a highlight. The UFC sent it to me.
Yeah.
They never let you post videos. Like
I reposted it a couple of days ago. Remember?
Yeah. They sent it to me to post. They said, "Hey Max, post this." I'm like, "Are you sure? You're gonna get me flagged and pull my account down." They do that, and I did. But if you watch that, when I hit him, bro, that final he launches to the cage and hits the cage and hits the ground like it looks like he got pulled with a rope or hit by a car, shot with a sniper rifle. Like it's not just like, oh, he dropped. Like he teleported.
Yeah.
So watch that power. Watch that power. He teleported back. Yeah, when you get up this, go watch that. I've never seen anyone get hit like that and like land like that. So he almost broke through that cage.
Yeah. Good job the cage was there, and the only thing I can say is I'm going straight to UFC Fight Pass to check that out after we finish talking.
Yeah, and it's on my Instagram, the highlight of it.
I'll watch the whole fight. It's only 2.5 minutes, something like that.
Yeah, 2:20.
2:20, crazy. Well, let's let's for one final question turn back to the fight at hand. And I've got to ask Max, and I'm not sure if you're a big prediction guy, but what happens when you're locked in there with Carlos Condit on Saturday night?
I'm going to beat him. I take the money line if we're talking gambling. I was on Bleacher Report betting, my guy on there, Greg. I go on there and I predicted the last knockout. I was a plus 550, and I was on there like, everybody bet I'm going to knock this man out. I made people thousands of dollars. This dude sent me a picture, $42,000 that he made off betting on me, you know? So I think the money line now is minus 200. It was like minus 120, so it's climbing. So they're more confident in me. But the knockouts like plus 320, and the submissions like plus 1800. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna hurt him. He's gonna be tough though. Yeah. He's not a quitter, but I'm gonna make him quit.
Yeah,
it's gonna be more science. It's not gonna be him being tough. It's gonna be him being put out or broken down. And, yeah, he's not gonna go out easy. I know that, but I got that too much firepower, too much cardio, too much confidence. And it's my time. It's my destiny.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that.
100%, Max. Well, it was great catching up with you before the fight, and I'm glad after all these weeks and months of talking and back and forth, we could finally sit down and do it. And I hope it wasn't the last.
No, it won't be. Thank you, bro.
Not a problem. Before we finish, Max, how can people find you on social media?
Find me on Instagram. I'm on Twitter and Facebook, but whatever. I don't really go on there. I'm on Instagram though. So Max Pain Griffin, one word. Look for the blue check, and follow me. And I'm doing a contest as well. I'm buying 3 more people UFC 264. We had 2 winners last night. I sent them money via Venmo or Cash App, whatever you want. But all you have to do is tag 3 friends in that post, share the post, and enter to win. I'm doing a raffle tonight, doing a raffle tomorrow. So let me buy you UFC 264.
Very gracious of you, my friend, especially since you're not actually even on the card. So the product that you're buying, someone you won't even be on.
You know, trying to help the people, you know.
That's good to hear. And for one final question, I give this opportunity to anyone. The floor is yours. If you want to shout out sponsors or sign off with anything at all.
Man, I just really want to thank all my team, you know, my family, Sacramento. You know, I was just in the newspaper yesterday. Super dope. Got like the front page, and then if you go to sports, I got the whole sports page. Like, I do it for my city. I do it for my people. Thanks to all my sponsors. I don't want to leave anybody out, so I'm not going to go into that long list. You guys know who you are. And much love, man. Tune in. I appreciate you guys.
Thanks for your time, Max, and I can't wait to see you back in action.
Thank you, Mike.